Good morning, everyone. My name is Partha Bosu, and thank you very much for this opportunity to present about our ongoing work on development of a platform for sustainable freight in India. To give you all an overview, we need to understand a bit about the freight and logistics sector in India. At present, more than 70% of our freight is transported via roads. High logistic cost, around 13 to 14% of the GDP. The sector provides livelihood to more than 20 million people. About 60% of the fuel that is used in the country is by the heavy duty vehicles. Hence, it is an emission intensive sector. Therefore, there is a very high pollution that comes out of the freight sector. In fact, in city like Delhi, there is a very high impact of freight emissions which contributes to Delhi's air pollution. Now, India is the second most populous country in the world with nearly 1.2 billion population, and it's still increasing. The government of India has recently launched a Make in India initiative to support Indian economy's manufacturing sector and elevates its contribution to GDP from currently about 17% to 25% by 2025. Now, both these facts are going to have an impact on the freight sector. Now, there are five critical challenges that the sector faces. Let's say from the transporters, it is an extremely fragmented community. Most of the transporters own less than 5 vehicles. From the shippers, well, there is no sustainability practice at all. Most of the shippers. Most of them don't even monitor a truck level fuel usage. The drivers, they use aged vehicles. There is a lack of periodic maintenance and they are basically technology agnostic. The government, the absence of green freight as a strategy across its policy documents, whether it is at national level or corridor level or urban level, has its impacts and it's glaringly visible now. Both the lack of understanding of the green freight and the absence of a platform to discuss and share insights has made the challenge even worse. Moreover, there is no single parent ministry to overlook the sector. For example, there is Ministry of Transport, Commerce, Environment or Heavy Industries, but each of them manage a sectoral portfolio. None of them is responsible for the freight sector alone. The freight, transport and logistics, as you can imagine, is a joint operation of the government, the transporters and the shippers. And therefore, no single decision maker can transform the freight sector without adequate support from other stakeholders. Hence, there is a need for a platform that connects, enhances coordination, information exchange, cooperation among different stakeholders, and also brings in new stakeholders like the academia and think tanks for more decisive collective action on sustainable freight and logistics in India. The work is currently ongoing, and in our first phase, we are now building or trying to build stakeholder level dialogues in couple of cities. We are also proposing a technology pilot and which we are hoping that would develop a knowledge base and help us create a dais or platform for hosting innovative solutions and insights on the best practices and thereby facilitating a greater cooperation and networking among the different stakeholders. We eventually envisage a self-sustaining pan-India charter to grow out of this initiative. It should enable India to make freight cleaner and more efficient and harvest other co-benefits like reduced traffic congestion and improved freight delivery timings. To sum up, there are few expected outcomes that we have in our horizon. We are very keen to provide India's first national level multi-stakeholder freight platform. We want to create and devise a mechanism to support innovative policy design and development. We want technology pilots which will help increase fuel efficiency, reduce both road accidents as well as air pollution. And last but not the least, we want to build sectoral capacity and make India much more self-reliant and much more energy efficient as far as the freight sector is concerned. Thank you very much.